One of the things that you will need to understand is what the application process is here. And as I said before, there is documentation on the website alongside this presentation for you to read and to get your head around. But it's very important to us that students are applying for appropriate courses and that it's very clear how you apply and what you need to get in order to be offered a place at the school. It's very important, I think, of course, we want as many students as possible to stay in the family of this school. We take great pride in the people that we have here, and we want you to carry on studying at the school. But I think it's also worth saying that everybody ought to consider where they want to go at sixth form and to look at having other plans as well, backup plans perhaps. So it would be sensible to see what local colleges have to offer and maybe other sixth forms have to offer too. We have a variety of courses. Most of our courses are A-levels, and you will know that these are very academic courses. They are different from GCSEs. The style of learning, as Ms. Reynard will have told you, is much more independent and much more high level. And they require an awful lot of hard work and application. For nearly all the A-levels, the assessment for those courses is right at the end of year 13 in the summer of year 13. Very, very few subjects, if any, have coursework. So you need to be the sort of person who can keep up to date with your work all the way through, revise as you go through, prepare your notes and put yourself in a good position to perform well in exams at the end of year 13 if A-levels are for you. They are very, very effective at preparing students for high-level apprenticeships and university places. And in many cases, students regard them as an excellent preparation for that onward journey. The alternative courses that we do are vocational. Now, we just do two of these courses, two subjects in business studies and in food and nutrition. These are courses that are level 3 vocational courses, so they are recognised nationally, recognised by many universities and apprenticeships, and are given equal weighting to A-levels, but they are a different style of course. They're not graded the same as A-levels, they are graded differently, but they have the same weight. So our two business courses, for instance, they are the same course, but one is twice the amount of content of the other. So if you choose to do the BTEC business, there is a double option and a single option. And the other vocational course that we do is food and nutrition. And these courses do have an examined element, but much of the assessment is coursework. So if you take these sorts of courses, you need to be the sort of student who will really make sure that you are up to date all the time, because everything you do counts towards your final grade, right from the first day in year 12 all through the course. You might choose to have a mix and match of A-levels and vocational courses, or you might choose to do one or other of those routes. Our pathways, there are 3 different pathways at the school, which I hope are explained on this slide. And this slide is also in another pack on the website. Most students do 3 A-levels, or a combination of A-levels and vocational courses, to a total of 3. If you wish to take that pathway, you need to get at least 5 of your GCSE and BTEC grades to grade 5 and above, including English and Maths. It's very important that your ability in English and Maths is at least a grade 5, because these 2 subjects underpin your ability to achieve well at sixth form in all subjects. If you wish to do 4 A-levels, this is for a very, very few number of students, particularly those that wish to study further maths. We do not allow people to study further maths unless it's a 4th A-level. The reason for that is because in the past, even very, very gifted mathematicians have struggled with further maths, and we don't want it to be one of 3, because if you then fall down to 2 qualifications is not enough to satisfy university or apprenticeship applications. So if you want to do further maths, you have to be a very, very gifted mathematician. It has to be a fourth subject in addition to three other subjects, which would include maths. In addition to those general entry requirements, there are entry grades that we require for specific courses, which are on this slide now, and also in your pack. So you can see a blown up version of this slide in the pack. As a broad indication, if you wish to study an A-level, in most cases, it means you need to get a grade 6 in the GCSE of that subject. There are some exceptions, and they are outlined on this sheet. So particularly maths, Italian, and one or two others, you would need to get a grade 7 at GCSE in order to have the criteria appropriate for the A-level. The reason for this is we want all our students to be successful in our sixth form, and our experience is over many, many years that these are the grades that you need to get as a minimum in order to be successful in the equivalent A-level courses. What we don't want to do is to have lots of students in courses that are not appropriate for them and that they struggle unduly in and end up losing the benefit of 1 or 2 years of their study. Some of the vocational subjects, if you study BTECs at Key Stage 4 in Year 11, then ordinarily you would require a merit or a distinction in those subjects in order to do the equivalent course in the sixth form. And you'll see that there are specific entry criteria for each of the subjects there. And it's really important that you understand and absorb that information because we will hold the line on that. When it comes around to next summer, we will only take students who fulfill the criteria, and that is for their own benefit to ensure they're on the right courses. So the application process that we'll go through, obviously all of the information is going live on our website now, that's why you're seeing this. We have also spoken to all of our own Year 11s through a similar means over the last day or so. So they have been introduced to the process. You'll complete an application form, which is online, and we will give hard copies to our own students here. And that is an application where you express what you think your initial choices are, what you initially think you might want to study next year. We won't hold you to this at this moment, but this is so that we can get an idea of what staffing we need to get in place in preparation for next September. So by the 26th of November, you will need to have given in to us at the school your initial preferences application form. Once you've done that, you will then be invited to discuss your options with a senior member of staff at the school in January. Those of you who are external to the school will get the same opportunity to do that, subject to the references that we get from your own school. This will be conducted in school with the students themselves on this occasion. Following that, in April, you will, if you've applied to the school, you will receive a conditional offer for a place in our sixth form. And that means the conditions will be, as long as you meet the entry criteria for the courses that you've chosen, then we will hold a place open for you at the sixth form. In much the same way that universities send conditional offers to students applying for universities later on. Obviously, this year it's slightly uncertain when the GCSE period is going to run from, but immediately after the GCSE period, which we think will be the beginning of July, we will hold 2 induction days at the school for everybody who's applied to the sixth form, so they get a sense of what it's like, what the courses are like, before they go off into the summer holidays. And then in August, when you get your results, we will then, if you've got the grades that you needed, accept you into the sixth form in September. If you haven't got the grades you needed, you'll have an opportunity to talk with one of our staff here to see if there's alternatives we can offer. But as I said earlier on, we will hold the line on entry grades. You will need to get the right entry grades for the right courses that you choose to study. Now, between us, we've given you lots of information. Um, we're unable, obviously, to answer any questions that you might have at this moment, but you might want to think about whether there's any reasons that you would not want to join us. You know, we take great pride in our sixth formers. We think that they add great value to the school in lots of many ways. We are very aspirational for them. We want them to do well. We work with them to achieve that. So if you are someone who is yourself aspirational, you enjoy a challenge and you are a hard worker, we would love the opportunity to carry on working with you to set you off into your adult life. Thank you very much for listening to us. Please look at all the information that is on the website. And of course, if you have any queries, then you could email the school and we will try our best to answer those queries. Thank you for listening.